You know that feeling, right? You finish a long car ride, maybe you weren't even the one driving. You get out of the car and you are just completely wiped out. It feels like you've put in a full day's work, but all you did was sit there. It's a super common feeling, and today we're going to pull back the curtain and find out exactly why it happens. So let's just get right to it. This is the big question, isn't it? You haven't been running a marathon, you haven't been lifting weights, you've just been sitting. So where in the world does all that exhaustion come from? Well, it turns out your body and your brain are doing a whole lot more work than you think. Okay, so the first piece of the puzzle is all about the physical strain on your body. Even though it feels like you're sitting still, your body is actually going through what you could call an invisible workout. It's constantly fighting against forces you don't even consciously notice. Just think about it for a second. We'll call this the posture trap. See, unlike a comfy chair at home where you can shift around, a car seat kind of locks you into place. Your knees and hips are stuck at this fixed angle, your lower back starts to slump without any real support, and your shoulders and neck just naturally get all tense. All of this forces your muscles to stay in this constant low-level state of tightness, and that constant work just slowly but surely drains your energy. But that posture trap, that's only half the story. The real secret culprit here is something called microvibrations. These are those tiny, continuous jitters that come from the engine, the tires rolling on the pavement, everything. You might not really feel them, but oh, your body does. And to deal with them, your muscles are firing nonstop, making thousands of tiny little adjustments just to keep you stable. So when you put it all together, that constant muscle tension from being stuck in one position, plus all those little muscle adjustments fighting off the vibrations, it really adds up. Your muscles are doing this continuous, hidden work. You're not moving, but your body is literally fighting just to stay still. It is a genuine, invisible workout. But hey, it's not just your body getting tired. Your brain is also running its own kind of marathon. There are all these hidden stressors inside the car that drain your mental energy in ways you probably don't even realize. And this mental drain hits everyone in the car, not just the driver. I mean, for the person behind the wheel, it's obvious, right? You're constantly judging speed, watching a dozen other cars, always ready for something unexpected. But even as a passenger, your brain never fully shuts off. The constant engine noise, the blur of scenery whizzing by, it means you can't truly relax. Your brain is still processing a huge amount of information. And then there's the actual air you're breathing. A car is just a small sealed box, really, which means you get poor air circulation. This lets the carbon dioxide from your own breath start to build up. And you know what higher CO2 levels do? They make you feel drowsy. Throw in changing temperatures and humidity, and you've got the perfect recipe for feeling sluggish and totally wiped out. Okay, so we found our culprits: the invisible workout, the mental marathon, and that stale air effect. But here's the good news. You don't have to just accept feeling awful after a drive. There are some really simple, really effective ways to fight back and get your energy back. So what can you actually do? Here are 4 super simple but powerful fixes. First, and honestly, this is the most important one, stop and move. Just pulling over for 5 minutes every hour or two to walk around and stretch is a total game changer. Next, adjust your seat. Before you even pull out of the driveway, make sure your seat is set up to give your lower back some real support. It's a small thing that makes a huge difference. Third, even when you're sitting, just keep moving a little. Roll your ankles, shrug your shoulders. These tiny movements keep the blood flowing and stop your muscles from seizing up. And finally, let some fresh air in. Crack a window or use the vents to keep that CO2 from building up and making you sleepy. And if you need one last reason to take all this seriously, listen to this. This isn't just a feeling, okay? It's a measurable, physical thing. Research has actually found that the fatigue you feel after just 2 hours of sitting in a car can be compared to the exhaustion you'd feel from doing light manual labor. So yeah, that tiredness you feel, it is not in your head. It's real, and it has a very real physical cause. So, the next time you get in the car for a long ride, you'll know exactly what's going on with your body and your brain. You're in on the secret now. The only question is, with this knowledge, what are you going to do differently?